Hi, friends. Today we're going to revisit a skill that we worked on while you were in school, which is comparing and contrasting texts. So let's revisit what compare and contrast means. Comparing means to tell how two things are the same. And then contrast is when you tell how two things are different. Today we're going to be comparing and contrasting persuasive and informative text. We've been talking about these for a while using PIE to remember the author's purpose. So remember that a persuasive text is going to try to get you to do something. It's trying to convince you to believe a certain opinion. An informative text gives you facts about something. The author's purpose is just to teach you about that topic. So when we're comparing and contrasting, we typically use Venn diagrams. You saw this when we were in school. The outside parts of a Venn diagram give the differences. And then the inside, where the two pieces overlap, is where you write the similarities. So let's start with persuasive text. Some of the differences when we're looking at informative text. So what those things do have that informative texts do not. So some of the differences are, of course, that a persuasive text purpose is to persuade. Next, this is based off of the author's opinion. So it's not a fact, it's just what they believe. And they are trying to get you to believe the same thing. Next, it's going to include a lot of reasons. We talked about that if you're trying to persuade someone to do something or convince them, you have to give them reasons as to why they should believe that or do that. Also, you're going to see a lot of the words I think or you should. Now let's jump over to informative text. Remember, this is purely factual. So, the author's purpose is to inform or to teach us about something. All of the information is true. It is facts that can be proven. There is no opinions included in informative text. They just give the facts. They don't really portray what they believe or they think. And finally, you're going to find a lot of plain and simple statements. It's going to be plain facts, such as spiders have 8 legs. It's going to be very easy to read and easy to interpret. So let's jump into the middle, because there's not a lot of similarities between persuasive and informative texts. Really, the big similarity between the two is that both of them do have facts. Even though persuasive text includes a lot of opinions, they still are going to include a lot of facts in their reasons to try to help convince you. And of course, we know that informative is filled with facts. That's the point, is to teach you. So the one big similarity between the two is that both will include some facts in them. Okay, friends, when you do your work today, you're going to be writing one difference between persuasive and informative, and one similarity. Make sure that you refer back to this video if you need help.